talk. This is going to be another NFL edition, and in this NFL edition, we are doing my Week 7 picks against the spread. So let's get started. With Week number 7, we're going to kick it off on Thursday night. We've got my New York Giants playing in Philadelphia against the Eagles, and both of these teams have looked like absolute shit, and the Philadelphia Eagles are 4-point favorites. Now, let's not take anything away from what the Giants did last week and they won the game by 1 point. You know, the Giants should have lost that game. Had the Washington football team actually hit a field goal that they missed earlier on in the game, the Giants probably would have lost that game. With that being said, I still think that the Eagles are a better team. I think that the Eagles probably should beat us, and I think that the Eagles will beat us, so I'm going to take the Eagles -4. The next game that we have is the Detroit Lions playing at the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons just got their first win. Hooray for them. The Detroit Lions looked good last week, beating the bad Jacksonville Jaguars. The Falcons are 3-point favorites. The Falcons are home. This is going to be one of those interesting kind of games. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions in this game. I think that they can score with the Atlanta Falcons. The next game that we've got is the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. And the Cleveland Browns this time are only 3.5-point favorites. And I wonder why that is. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the ass whooping that they just took by the Pittsburgh Steelers. It probably has everything to do with the fact that they probably should have lost the first game when they played the Cincinnati Bengals in Cleveland. And I don't know if Nick Chubb is playing or not. That is a huge and critical part of their offense. Give me the Bengals +3.5. The next game that we have is Green Bay Packers playing in Houston against the Texans. And the Green Bay Packers are 3.5-point favorites. Now, you want to talk about a team that's getting buzzsawed with a hard schedule? That's going to be the Houston Texans. And I'm going to take the Packers -3.5. The next game that they have on the list is the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. And as of today, there is no line for the game. And as everyone knows who watches these videos, you know that I say Drew Brees under a touchdown at home, I roll with the Saints. Drew Brees anything over a touchdown, I roll with the opposing team. So that's where I stand with this one. We'll see, and I really have a strong suspicion that the Saints are probably going to be 10-point favorites. The next one we have is the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. And the Buffalo Bills are 12-point favorites. The Buffalo Bills could be 21-point favorites in this godforsaken game. It wouldn't matter. I'd be laying the points because the Buffalo Bills are going to come out and absolutely fucking dominate and annihilate the New York Jets. So give me the Bills -12. Next we have the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington football team. And the Dallas Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites. Now, this line really will change based off of what happens this evening when the Cardinals play the Cowboys. With that being said, I'm going to go with the home dog again, and I'm going to take the Washington football team +3.5. The next game we have is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Tennessee Titans. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-point favorites. Now, both of these teams are undefeated, and I kind of think that it's a little bit disrespectful to make the Tennessee Titans an underdog. And I have to truly apologize to Ryan Tannehill because I thought that he sucked and that it wasn't Adam Gase. And clearly seeing what Adam Gase is doing with Sam Darnold, I owe this man a huge apology. I am going to take the Tennessee Titans +2. I think that this is going to be a great game. The next game we have is the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. And the Seattle Seahawks are 4-point favorites. And the Seattle Seahawks have owned the Arizona Cardinals these past few years, but some of these games have been close. Now, 4 points is where I'm on the fence because, yet again, we don't know what the Cardinals are going to come out and do tonight against the Cowboys. And I really want to take the Seahawks. But it's just that extra point that is making me doubt myself. Even with that being said, I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks -4. The next game we have is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos, and the Kansas City Chiefs are 9-point favorites. I understand that the Broncos just beat the Patriots. Essentially, their kicking game beat the Patriots. It had nothing to do with Drew Lock, and they almost lost the game because of Drew Lock. This is really one of these games where I could see it going either way. I could see the Chiefs dominating this game and winning this game by 2 touchdowns, and I could see this, like I said, with these division games where they win the game, but they win it by like 4 or by 6, or something ridiculous where they don't cover the spread. I've rolled with the Chiefs all year. I'm rolling with the Chiefs again, -9. The next game we have is the San Francisco 49ers traveling to New England to play the Patriots. The Patriots are 3-point favorites, and I am not going to take anything from that game last week. Yet again, Cam Newton struggles in Denver. It was his first game back from the injury list. He had to knock the rust off. So give me the New England Patriots -3. The next game we have is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Los Angeles Chargers. And the Los Angeles Chargers are 8.5-point favorites. As of right now, with them being almost 9-point underdogs and the Chargers missing Austin Eckler, I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars plus 8.5. The next game we have is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing at the Las Vegas Raiders. Tom Brady came out and absolutely looked fantastic. Now, the Packers jumped out to a 10-0 lead on them, and then Aaron Rodgers started falling apart, and then Tom Brady just took over. I still have more faith in Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers than I do in Derek Carr. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -3. And last but not least, we have the Chicago Bears playing at the Los Angeles Rams, and the Los Angeles Rams are 5.5-point favorites. Now, I understand that the Rams lost and the Bears won. Now, maybe I should just do this because I want to see the Bears start losing. I'm not a great believer in Nick Foles, and I think eventually they are going to be what we thought they were. Give me the Bears plus 5.5. We'll see how this turns out. If this line drops, I am jumping all over the Rams. But as of right now, I'm going to take the points and take the 5.5 with the Chicago Bears. And the teams that have a bye week this week are the Indianapolis Colts, the Miami Dolphins, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Minnesota Vikings. Let me know what you think of my picks in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at Raw Sports Talk. Follow me on Twitter at Raw Sports Talk 1. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I'm out.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw.